Hey, how's 2021 treating you so far?
Okay, 2021. I think I hit like the ground running when this year started. It's been quite fast paced. It's mostly just getting all the stuff for the EP kind of together. So it's the album art, shooting the music video, the promotion for it, finishing off the actual EP. So I feel like I haven't really had time to breathe so much, but it's all good. It's going to be a roller coaster of a couple of months, I think.
Now, to ask you the 1 million repeat question, who is Q?
Okay, it sounds like a therapist question. Who are you? Right. In my imagination, I fondly believe that Q is this one badass bitch who doesn't take shit from anybody. But I also have to admit that Q can be very sad sometimes, a bit depressed, quite angry. Q is basically Frankie 2.0. It's everything amplified about Frankie. Way more emotional, way more sensitive, way more talkative also. That's how best I can describe Q as a persona.
And for people who don't know the story, how did you get started and all that?
Oh, as in like music-wise?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've always been interested in the arts. I've always loved singing, I've loved acting, dancing, fashion, anything to do with that. Yeah, I guess I just ended up exploring music a lot more when I went to university. So that was when I was about 18 or so, really listening to albums, figuring out what kind of songs I like to sing. Yeah, and whilst I was in university, I went to a place called National Youth Jazz Orchestra. It's where Amy Winehouse kind of got her start, and that was great because I could just learn a lot about the roots of jazz. I could learn about how to, perform, how to sing, technique-wise. So that was a really great foundation too. And when I came back to Sri Lanka, I started working as a musician. I met a lot of people from Music Matters, where I was taking classes. I started voice training as well to really develop my voice. And yeah, it's kind of been a bit of a learning process because I had to kind of figure out what I like to sing, what songs I kind of wanted to make, what my voice could do. I collaborated with Bo Said Kid for a lot of originals as well, but in the past 4 years, it's just been figuring out, oh God, who am I as an artist? So I think you hear it a lot maybe on this EP as well, like me trying to figure out who I am.
How would you describe your style?
So I think my roots are very much R&B, soul, jazz, but definitely for this EP, it's a lot of alternative R&B and rap. I love artists like Frank Ocean, Weeknd, SZA, Solange, people who aren't really traditional R&B. They're kind of more left field. It's more spacey, more introspective, a bit dark. So yeah, I really wanted to experiment with making an EP like that, and there is also a bit of rap on it too.
Wait, you rap?
I don't rap for sure. I don't rap, but I've tried to rap, I think. So I mean, I think I'm very hesitant to call myself a rapper, but there is a bit of that on this EP as well. So please be kind, people, be kind.
So who do you draw inspiration from locally and internationally?
Gosh, yeah, okay, so locally, let's start locally. I have to give a shout out to The Soul because I feel like they've set the standard for performers and musicians here in terms of like really sticking true to your roots and who you are as an artist, as well as being performers as well, just the amount of energy they have, but they're also really hardworking. I love Unscripted, purely just for the cool factor and how much energy they put into all of their work. I love Nihara J, and I can't wait for all of her stuff that comes out with Cap. Who else? I think Murandu, who is also another collaborator on this EP, is such an underrated musician and producer here. So definitely go check his stuff out. Internationally, there are so many great Sri Lankan musicians, especially female musicians abroad, including Rolex Rasathi, Els, Priya Raghu. In the wider context, I kind of divide my inspiration into different categories. I think performance-wise, I love people like Beyonce, Lady Gaga, FKA Twigs, Tiana Taylor, Ciara. Lyrically, Florence Welch, Alex Turner, Amy Winehouse, Ms. Lauryn Hill, and producer-wise, Raphael Sadiq, James Ford, Dave Akumu, Kid Harpoon. So yeah, so many different inspirations from like all over the place, but all have kind of like filtered into who I'm inspired by, and like yeah, filtered into like this EP and whose styles I've tried to kind of emulate. I don't know whether I've been successful at it, but yeah, they're very instrumental in my journey as a musician.
All right, so tell us about your debut EP.
Okay, my debut EP, it is called Hysteria. It really captures my experiences as a woman living in 2021 and how I've attempted to sort of navigate my way through things like sex, hookups, independence, self-doubt, insecurity. It's a very introspective EP, I'd say. I kind of question a lot of the choices I've made, and I ask myself, you know, has that had like any adverse effects on me? How can I sort of work around it? I wrote this EP like mainly for myself, mainly I guess to kind of understand my feelings as well, but at the end of it I kind of realized I was writing it a lot for women too. You know, as a tribute to women who've kind of had to put up with my shit and my drama over the years, but also my offering to women and kind of like a note to them to say that, you know, you in all your complexity and messiness is fine. You are still a queen at the end of the day, so, you know, just keep going, keep persevering. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. Yeah.
When is it coming out?
April 5th. hopefully April 5th. But yeah, that's the target at the moment, and hopefully it'll be on all streaming services and YouTube, wherever you get, you know, your music.
Anything you'd want to tell your fans in closing?
I'd say I really appreciate feedback and stuff. So if there's something that kind of moved you, or maybe something you thought I could have done better, or if you like really hated the EP, or if you, please do let me know. I welcome any thoughts. If you love the EP as well, I love compliments too. So please let me know how that worked out. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
One question I couldn't put down, but I feel like I need to ask: who produced the EP?
Oh, okay. So I'm so fortunate to have had like a couple of really great collaborators on this EP. Dinaka Jayasuriya, who you may know from Music Matters, he was instrumental in like giving me that nudge and like pushing me forward to kind of like really get this EP together. Murandu as well came through. I only met him like last summer, but he was so helpful and so important to like the latter part of the EP and really rounding it all out. Sarini Pereira, also from The Soul, he helped win one of the tracks too. So yeah, those are my main collaborators on it.
Jaya Jaya.